Hey everyone, and welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of the convertible lathe table you see there in the background. I did manage to get it finished, and it actually is really, really nice. It works way better than I ever anticipated it to work, so I'm super excited about it. And it's a process that I could build one of these, say, put in Pickle the Bus, for example. I could build something like this. The footage is a little bit convoluted. I do apologize for that. I tend to just kind of drone on, so I tried to chop that up and make it a little bit more interesting for you. We're going to have one more video on the lathe table where I hook up the counter shaft, the motor, put the belts on, that kind of thing. And then we're going to be done with this except for making projects. And then we're back on old Pickle the Bus. So thanks for hanging with me, everyone, and hope you enjoy lathe table part 2. So because I decided to keep tweaking this thing, and I put a shelf, or not a shelf, a drawer on the front, you know, because why not make it more complicated than it needs to be. The slides are 12 inches now. It's not a big deal, but that means the back of the drawer hangs down a little bit, and it's going to hit right there. That's why we had to trim that little piece off with the cutter there. So when you lift up the back side of the drawer, hopefully will clear. I am not going to attach that back countertop until we are sure we have everything kind of where it is. Have you noticed the front one is a little bigger? I figure I'd go ahead and give me that extra 3-inch edge, 1.5 on each side, because, excuse me, because I could use it when lathe is in operation to lay some things down, maybe a tool here and there, or tape measure or something like that. So I went ahead and cut the front one longer. The back one obviously has to be short because when the arms go up, it's inside that. And with the longer countertop, it kind of serves as a handle when you go to lift it back into its place. I did go ahead and order a set of those gas shocks, so hopefully once I get those, this will go up a lot easier. It's not difficult when it's just the countertop, but when you throw the lathe on, it's a little challenging, for me anyway. I'm just a wimp. But if you put your hand on either side, this can now serve as a lift plate. So, and once you get it to a certain height, like once you get it to, you know, just about waist high, you know, lift it up 2 inches, it wants to go back. It's real easy. It's that initial, like, to get it to right here, and then the rest of it's really simple. But getting it to that stage to go back is hard. You can't see nothing. Or you can't see what I want you to see. How about that? Overall, it's pretty good. I like it. I did these front plates here, and we're going to finish those pieces out. I just cut those. This is the bottom one, but that'll go right there on the front. Kind of finish it out a little bit. The top one I had to split because of the drawer, so it's in 2 pieces. I think that'll look okay. It's getting there. I've only got about a week of my life in this thing. Ah, it's fun though. Just making a box. Hopefully this works. It's one of the things I would like to make is a sheet metal brake at some point. I'd rather just make one to fit my needs than to go buy something that I have to then modify to fit where I want it to fit. I'd like to make one that fits on my main workbench over there. This is a little less than ideal, but I can make it work, I think. You know, I might be better off using those. I'm pretty good at redneck engineering. Let's see what that does. Now what are we going to do on the other ones? We have to bend it the other way, aren't we? That stinks. Need a box break. Oh, man. One of these days. Table isn't level. I'm going to use it everything. Now we got to go this direction. Yeah, see what I can do. I was going to go work the corners a little bit, get it to not be so rounded, hopefully. Measure it, just make sure it'll go in its little slot. I think it's going to work. Sweet. Well, I guess this is the true test. I just went around and tack welded the corners on the inside of the drawer. Tried to get them kind of sort of straight, you know. And it's just a little bit longer than it is wide, so I guess this is the true test to see if it goes in there. I have just, the drawer slides are just stuck in there, obviously. They're not attached to anything, because this is the thing we're attaching them to. It fits. And we'll just attach that to the bottom of the slides. Now, how does it... Ha! Fits like it was made for it. Are we hitting up here, though? Dragging a little bit up there? No, it's clearing. This little cut here, I had to kind of grind that down, and I did not do a very good job keeping that straight. So I'll have to work on that just a little bit. That works! Okay, so with the drawer in there, can we make this thing go up and down? Let's see, shall we? May have to back you up just a little bit. So is it gonna hit? Is the drawer gonna hit? I don't know. Let's see. Go slow. Oh, I heard it. Just a tiny bit. So can you shove this back any at all? Oh, yeah, I can go back just a little bit. Oh, I see what it is. There's this one slide is back further. So if I move that slide up a little, both of them are back a little bit. So we may have to cut the fronts of those slides off a tiny bit. Let's try bringing that back out where we had it. see what happens. Okay, that clears where that is. So I just shave a tiny bit off the front of those. We'll actually bring this slide all the way out. Probably could bring it out like that, and then just cut it off right behind that screw hole, and then we should be really good. I like it. It's gonna be great. Oh yeah, that clears by a good bit. We're gonna go with it. I like it. I'm gonna cut the front of those slides off, and we'll get that attached to that drawer, and we're good to go. Amazon guy just got here. These are the suitcase latches I ordered, and I ordered one that was it's a 90 because I wanted it to stick out a little bit from the wall. So this will be on the bottom of our 1 inch. This will go against the wall. So that should do what we need it to do. And I got 4 of them. So if I need 3 more, I've got them. And these also came. Now this may be too long. I ordered a 20 inch thinking I was going to go between the 2 shelf risers, and it may be too long. 20 is what it measures, but seeing them now, maybe just a little bit too long. We'll have to figure out where those are going and see if we can make those work. If not, we'll ship them back and get a different size. Well, I've got that one kind of where I'm going to leave it for now. I wish I'd have put it together as one piece in there, but everything works as it should, and I really don't want to mess with it too much more. I got the alignment as close as I can get it. I'm happy with that for now. Makes it usable anyway. So I'm getting ready to do the bottom piece. I don't have the nuts welded on the back except for one of them. So it's going to make a few little marks, little pock marks like that when I do weld it. So I'll have to go back and fix that. But let's get this one where we can at least bolt it up and see what it looks like. These are the little, little pock marks I was talking about. I might go ahead and hit those in there while I've got this panel out. I gotta weld a couple more welds on these, but see if it fits. And if it fits, I'll take it out and repair or hit the, what am I trying to say? Wire brush, wire wheel, wire something. Well, I got my struts installed. Still need to spray paint where I had to grind to get those in. I put a light up here, and then I took all of my screws out and made a bar that goes across, all the way across, and it's just got spacers that are little copper spacers. So that made this just a little neater, tidied that up a little bit. I have to cut this chain off. I moved the little doodad. I gotta put the cord up, but cut that off. I don't think it's gonna be a problem, but it'd just look better if it was cut. That light's really nice though. So let's see how easy or hard it goes up. The lathe weighs exactly 70 pounds, or as exact as I could get it, and I bought a strut that's supposed to be 55 because I don't need a full assist, just need a little bit of lift getting it to go up. That's a little close, isn't it? It's gonna clear though. Ha! Sweet. And then I put the latch in back here. So it's got a latch on it now. And then I'll, not quite all the way back. There we go. See how secure that feels. It's good. I like it. It's tight. I did not make the bottom a drawer. I could have, but you can only use it when it is in shelf mode. So I may go back and change that out, make it a drawer. I painted this one and then laid some of that shelf liner, and then I found this little tray, fit perfect in there. So my drawer is all freshly painted. Yeah, that is gonna work just fine. Let's see how it goes down. I don't like the look of the light when it's up, but you know, until I can find, oh, I got it latched on it. Until I can find an old machinist light, that'll work. Can't let go of it. Cool. Works. Just kind of going over this table with the final polish. Looks pretty good. There's a few little scrapes in the metal, but gonna get more of them. So here's the cart it came with, and basically I set it up on top, and that's what kind of gave me the idea to put it there. And when you fold the new one out, the new table out, it's almost exactly the same as this cart, which is kind of nice, because I actually like the cart, but I like the one I built better. But yeah, I don't know that I would have got the idea if I hadn't set the lathe up on that one that came with it. So I guess it all worked out. Well, that brightened it up quite a bit. I got the saws back in on this side. The lathe thread chart, their C-clamps are back up. Just need to get the lathe table back up and we're good to go. I like it. Looks a lot brighter. Well, this is kind of how I decided I wanted to attach the tops, the countertops. So I just welded a washer to the corner, and then I'll use these. I've got a whole bucket of these. I got it at auction. So you gotta come up with a good excuse. And they have flare nuts or flange nuts to go with them. So just drop that in, and that'll get threaded into a nut that is welded on our countertop. So just easy little, and these are thicker washer. So I don't know, they're probably 1/8 inch. And then I just kind of took a screwdriver around and just make sure that, you know, we're good and solid. Well, that's all bolted up. Hopefully we didn't mess up level too badly. That's good. Got something on it. And got a piece of something on it. I can live with that. That looks good enough. Good enough for me. So now we got to set it all the way up where it goes. Put those gas struts back on. And might as well go ahead and stick our drawer back in too. I might have to take that tray out. A little bit of a tight fit right there. There we go. Oops, sorry. Okay. Now the gas struts are just strong enough that you can't pull it down very easily. And it just wants to go back up. But if you keep it about right here, is it going to stay? So when I carry the lathe over, I can not scratch the top of it, hopefully. Did it. So the legs are on it right now, and it is perfectly level with them on there. The only thing is when I go to put it back, I don't know if you heard it before or not, but they're hitting on the inside. So I'm probably going to have to put up a couple little spacer washers just to offset them a little bit. But other than that, we just need to bolt the lathe up. And I think we're good. Well, that's all bolted up. I put a 1/4-inch spacer and stood the leg off quite a bit on each side. So it shouldn't be hitting anymore. It's super sturdy when it's up. I don't have it latched right now. Push it all the way back to the wall. And then if you latch it, it's got a little flip latch down here. I mean, it shakes the whole wall before it's going to fall off of there. So pretty happy with how that's turned out. And, you know, I'm not going to use this thing every single day. At least I don't think I will. So, you know, it's not going to get moved all the time. But it will be kind of nice to just be able to pull it down and use it. So, let's pull it down. See how it works now. I'm going to pull back and then we're going to let it kind of go. Pull itself back and see if we hit on the legs. That's where it was hitting before. Nope. So we fixed that problem. Comes down really nice now with those struts on there. And I think that's going to work absolutely perfect for what we need. So the next thing I have to do is get everything all hooked up. The countershaft has to go behind there, the motor, everything has to be bolted down. I don't really have time for that on this video, so we'll see you on the next one.